Trip USA started off 8 weeks ago, and today it is finally coming to an end, as we finish off our journey in Washington DC with Shalini. So don't go anywhere, folks. This amazing foreign exchange experience concludes tonight.
There are a lot of plays here. You want to do some Hindustani stunts here, like, you know?
It's okay.
Shai, Tum.
Then what you can do, I'm very bad in acting. I just can talk.
காலையில் தினமும் கண் விழித்தால் நான் கைதொடும் தேவரை அம்மா அன்பென்றாலே அம்மா என் தாய் போனாகிடுமா.
Last week on Field Trip USA, we were with Shalini at Chevy Chase, Maryland. After spending some time with her around the town of Annapolis, at her home, and at her high school, we went our separate ways as I went exploring Washington DC on the Segway. But I realized it was no fun going sightseeing alone, so I called Shalini up to join me after school was over.
Hey guys, we're now standing at the National Mall in the rain. And it's not like the usual mall that you guys think of, you know, it's like not like a shopping complex and stuff. It's where all the museums are placed. Most of them are Smithsonian museums, and they have lots of museums like the Museum of Natural History. They got some art galleries.
Yeah, Aerospace Museum.
The best thing is,
All
most
are
of them,
free.
yeah, most of them are free, right?
That's the best thing.
Okay, so you want some hot chocolate?
It's okay, I'm
Payahlah.
fine.
Okay, let's go.
The National Mall is a wide open area between the Washington Monument and the United States Capitol building. With a variety of museums along this strip of land, it is like a walkway which runs through the center and heart of the most visited tourist locations in Washington DC. Ingat tak? Minggu lepas Shalini try nak kelentong I kan?
So what's your grade set so far?
100?
Minggu ni, it's my turn to kelentong her pula.
You can see there's like water flowing, and then you can see like some wind blowing,
Wow.
you know? So you have to use a little bit of your imagination. You have to open up. Can you see it?
Yeah. I can see something. But
Ni percaya betul ke saja-saja je ni? Dah lah batu ni abstrak gila.
So, Shalini, you want to tell the audience where we're going?
yeah, the best thing I love, National Air and Space Museum. It's really cool place.
I'm not sure whether the camera can get in, but we'll get some pictures, okay?
Yeah, sure.
The National Air and Space Museum is the most popular of the Smithsonian museums. It has the hugest collections of aircrafts and spacecrafts in the world. Believe it or not, some of the spacecrafts on display here are the actual machines that made it to the outer atmosphere and back. And look, we even got our pictures taken with the Wright brothers.
And now we're going to go inside the Museum of the Native American. And once again, guys, sorry, kamera tak boleh masuk. So, korang kena tengok gambar je.
Bye-bye.
The Smithsonian's National Museum of the American Indian is a museum dedicated to the life, languages, literature, history, and arts of the Native Americans. In simpler terms, it tells the history of the American Orang Asli. Inside, on display, were plenty of Native American artifacts and clothes. And here is a photo of me with Shalini. Oh, wait, I meant this one.
So right now we're walking towards the Lincoln Memorial. And as the name suggests, it's a memorial to remember Abraham Lincoln, my favorite US president. Woohoo!
The Lincoln Memorial is a presidential memorial built to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The site of the Lincoln Memorial has been the site of many famous speeches, including Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. Yep, it happened right here.
This is a very exact spot that Martin Luther King Jr. was standing when he gave that speech.
Yeah.
I have a dream. And in that dream, you remember the rest of the speech?
No, but I have
You
no
just
idea.
finished sejarah, you know.
No, I never even know about his history. When I came here, I know about him.
This is the reflecting pool. You know the part in the Forrest Gump? You know the famous thing? It's there.
Next to the reflecting pool and opposite the Lincoln Memorial is the Washington Monument, which was constructed back in 1848 to commemorate the first US President, George Washington. So today is going to be a very interesting day for us.
Yes.
Or maybe more for me, because we're going to go to a Major League Baseball game.
Me, I'm also still excited because it's one of the new stadium in US. So it's going to be a first game to watch baseball. I haven't watched a new game at all.
The stadium we were headed to was the Nationals Park. It is home to the Washington Nationals, and guess what? The Pope recently visited the stadium only a week before I arrived here. Cool, huh?
Oh, this is going to be so cool. In America, we saw basketball, we saw soccer, and now it's Major League Baseball, baby. It's my first time in a Major League Baseball game, and the atmosphere is just so crazy. That's what I think it looks like.
The team we went to see was the Washington Nationals in their home stadium, playing against the Atlanta Braves.
Shalini, anything you want to add to the camera?
It's fantastic. Like
You
the
know
stadium.
baseball?
No, this is my first time baseball.
Rules of baseball?
Yeah, I know. My host dad had a class for that. So now I understand what's going on.
Okay, if you know, just ask me about
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Well, personally, I thought the game wasn't really that intense. Maybe because I didn't understand the rules entirely, or maybe it was because these two teams are at the very bottom of the MLB rankings. But hey, props up to the huge amount of fans that showed up to support their home team.
How do you think the Nationals are going to do? They're going to win today?
I hope they win.
Yeah?
They need to win.
I mean, with our presence, they'll definitely win. All right. Thanks.
That's the spirit. One thing I found interesting was that, aside from watching the baseball game, there were other activities to do here as well. You could, at any time during the baseball game, take pictures with the mascots.
That was weird. We took a picture with some presidents.
Yes?
Huge-headed presidents. That was fun.
Play the latest PS3 games,
This is one of the baseball games. Yeah, what other games going to have in a baseball match, you know? Baseball games.
or even visit the gift store to buy Washington Nationals merchandise.
Kita beli ni. Bagi anak korek hidung tak nak kotor tangan. It's a great tool for picking your nose.
Before we headed back to the baseball game, Shalini decided she wanted to challenge me in a karaoke competition.
That's what's going on. Nothing's going on. I'm all asleep. This is how I feel. I'm a cold and ashamed.
Well, that was it. This is the end of my journey. But for Shalini, she's going to be here in America for a few more months. Must be a great feeling, you know, waking up every morning, knowing that Washington, D.C. and all its museums and landmarks are right on your front lawn. All this wouldn't be possible without the AFS program.
The YES portion of AFS was instituted after 9/11. The State Department, I believe, decided that Americans weren't as well understood by many of the Muslim cultures or societies, and that they thought that this would be a good way for students from those areas of the world to come to the United States and really get a feel for what Americans are like and what American families are like.
My host dad name is Dave. He's a really understanding guy. He's, really like a father, really treat me. And my mom's name is Terry Eason. We have some similarities like a mother and a daughter. So it's really like, I really don't have problem with them because the way they treat me is like they're like my own parents and they treat me like their daughter. It wasn't really difficult for me. It was just clash. You just become a really close person to them. That's the best thing.
When Shalini gets married, we better get an invitation to her wedding because we'd love to come to Malaysia.
Dave's going to arm wrestle her dad to give her away.
That's right, that's right. We walk down the aisle. I'm not sure if you do that in your culture, but even though you may not talk with them weekly or whatnot, they're always there and they're always a part of your family.
Yeah, future AFS students, please don't miss this chance. This is really a great opportunity to exchange your culture and learn your culture.
The 17-year-old that arrived in January is not the 17-year-old that I think she is today.
She's become very much more mature, I think, and some of that might be simply the passing of time. Some of it might be the independent life that Americans live.
She hopefully will take those qualities back home with her and help her family, in those ways.
Amma and Appa, நான் இங்க ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கேன். என்னை பத்தி கவலையே படாதீங்க. நான் எதிர்பார்க்கல எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஹோஸ்ட் பேரண்ட்ஸ், ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், இங்க இருக்க எல்லா ஆளுங்க எங்கிட்ட இவ்ளோ நல்லா பழகுறாங்கன்னா நான் இது வரைக்கும் கடவுளை நினைச்சு கூட பார்க்கல யூஎஸ் இந்த வயசுல நான் வருவேன். So thank you so much for your encouragement, for your advice. That's what.
Looks like I kicked her.
Too bad. I told you I can't really want.
After the break, the students are back in Malaysia. Join me as I catch up with all of them and see how they are readjusting back to the Malaysian lifestyle. Stay tuned.
Nak nangis tak?